From how to wear jewelry that makes you look and feel better, to what happens when friendships suddenly go south. Don't go anywhere. Party's over, my friends. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I started to really focus on doing things for my body that made me feel good. I decided to write my book, to share this knowledge, and people have really resonated with it. And that night at 5 in the morning, there's a girl at the front door. I was able to figure out what a narcissist was because I was married to a narcissist.
There's some stuff in there I'm very surprised that you're talking about.
I can spot the red flags now from a mile away. I want the viewers of my show to walk away feeling great about themselves and feeling empowered. I'm going to incorporate my story as well in the show, but I also am very interested in learning about other people's stories.
I love your honesty and your genuineness. That's what makes you so authentic and real and why people want to talk to you.
Watch Party's Over. It's going to be fun, informative. We're going to have a great time. Party's over. We all know that jewelry can brighten your look, but did you know that the right jewelry can actually help change the way you feel? My friend and jewelry designer, Andrea Grossman, is joining me today to tell you about it, and my friend and co-host, Nancy, is here as well. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us today.
So exciting.
So Andrea and I have met or known each other since 2017. She lived in LA at the time. I lived in Miami, and we met through her brother and sister-in-law. And not only is she an amazing jewelry designer, she also is an expert in crystals.
Crystals. She thinks it's funny because she can't believe how many crystals I have.
Tell us about your background.
Well, my background is I am a fine jeweler. I'm a designer. I'm also trained in crystal healing, Reiki healing. I'm a gemologist. So all the things. So on my path, I realized I had my own business for 30 years. And on my path, I realized the importance of the gemstones after getting my training and my background in the healing aspects of it, how important what gemstones that you're actually choosing to wear empowers your life. It can disempower your life or it can empower your life. So I really tap into my clients when I'm styling them, and I choose things and I design things that are gonna make them radiate from the inside.
Tell us how many crystals you have.
Well, I don't really want to tell you guys because it looks like I might have a store and they're not for sale.
200?
Yeah, probably.
Impressive.
I sold some before I left LA, and for some reason, they keep growing. I don't know what happens.
So Andrea sold a lot of her crystals before she moved to Miami. She moved 2 weeks ago. And the other night, I haven't been to her new place, but she FaceTimed me, and I could not believe the amount of crystals in her apartment. But they all have special meaning.
They all have special meaning. They all are my friends. They all have been with me on my journey. So really, the crystals, anyone who has crystals really does realize they're not beautiful. They actually support you. And every crystal has a different purpose. And the same thing with the gemstones you wear on your body.
So Andrea's been a big part of my journey. And during my third separation from my ex, I was in LA. I was very upset. And she came to the hotel where I was staying. And I was pretty much at the wailing wall. I couldn't get out of bed. I was crying. I was a wreck. Do you remember that day?
Yeah, I remember that day. And the next day I showed up at her hotel with some crystals, with some rose quartz for her to hold in her hands for unconditional love and to give her like a hug. That's what rose quartz does. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, trust me, Sandy, just hold these crystals. It's going to help you. But then...
Yeah, I was very upset. But during that trip, she saw I was in such bad shape. And she's like, you really need to... work with my life coach, Peter. And so she introduced me to Peter, and that's where things started to really turn around for me. We ended up getting back together for another year, and then we split up again last year, and that was pretty much our final separation, and now we're getting divorced. So this summer, I went on this journey with Andrea. We went to Italy. And so I really went from like the Wailing Wall to swimming in the ocean doing a photo shoot like a mermaid.
She emerges in our suite, and it was like this mermaid came to life. She was like this goddess.
So she's seen kind of the transformation. And for a while, I only wanted to wear rose gold jewelry, and she convinced me, you have to wear emeralds. And why did you want me to wear emeralds?
Yeah, so, you know, I style her with her jewelry. I love doing it, but for me, it's really important that people are wearing the right gemstones to empower where they're at in their life. And she really wants to bring a real, true love into her life. And emeralds have healing properties for love. Emeralds are connected to your heart chakra. And so I'm like, Sandy, you need to wear an emerald. She's like, I don't want to wear an emerald. I just want to wear diamonds. And she's like fighting with me about it. I go, this isn't really a conversation about what you want to wear. This is what you want to bring into your life. So let me just design something gorgeous for you. So we took her diamond, repurposed it. I designed this beautiful ring for her with an emerald. So the emerald's for heart chakra energy, to open your heart, to radiate love, to bring in love. And we're wearing it, on that finger, because that finger is connected directly to your heart chakra. So it's a double whammy.
Wow.
So I haven't found love yet, but it's coming.
But she's radiating
but
love.
I'm ready. I'm ready for Mr. Right. And she also designed this really pretty bracelet with emeralds.
Yes,
well.
so we're adding the accessory of the emerald pops gradually around her body.
So I was just wondering, like, what is it about that person? Is it their energy that you know which gemstones, what stones that needs for them? Do you feel it?
I literally feel it, yes.
Wow.
When someone
Amazing.
sits down with me, I can tune into them energetically immediately, and I think that's why my clients have been with me for so long. They actually tell me that, because no one gives them the attention, no one understands them, no one can see them.
I'm going to test you. So when you met Sandra, what did you feel inside in what you knew that what she needed?
Well, when I first met her, we didn't know each other yet, right? And we met on FaceTime. I was living in LA, and we were introduced because she liked my sister-in-law's jewelry, so they gave her my number. And so then I was just really tapping into putting a pep in her step and in her style. So I was just elevating her style, creating a more young and youthful look, doing some layering, complementing her beauty. And then as we spent more time together and she was going through different transitions in her relationship and her life, we started incorporating different things.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful. And I like that everything is custom, because nowadays people get trendy and everybody starts wearing the same things and it gets kind of old, right?
Yeah, and I do that also. I like to incorporate all of it and mix it up. But even when I'm doing the trendy things, I really like to concentrate on how the person looks, what their lifestyle is, and what they need in their life. And I like to build their jewelry wardrobes over time. And I get to know, I like to work with everyone personally, even if someone calls me or reaches out to me in an email and I don't know them, I ask if I can connect with them on Zoom, or if someone's reaching out for a gift for their wife, I say, can you send me a picture
So you
of
have
her?
to see. It's more of a visual thing,
It's
right?
a
It's not
visual
like
thing.
you're this energy guru that you could just feel
I
their
do
presence.
both.
Oh, you do that?
It's
That's amazing.
both.
She's very intuitive.
That's very amazing. Yes.
It's both. It is absolutely both.
Andrea, you have beautiful jewelry, and I know each piece that you're wearing symbolizes something that is important to you or something in your life.
Thank you. Yes, it does. I guess as you get older also you realize, you have different things that happen in your life at different stages, different phases. So a lot of my pieces that I wear on the daily are very sentimental. My father passed away 5 years ago. He didn't go a day without saying love you more. So right when he passed, I made this diamond necklace that says love you more. So every day I feel his presence. I have my locket collection that has my loved ones in it, and it's journey, and the stones and the whole thing. It's a whole process. So for me, I like to wear an evil eye.
Yes.
I suggest evil eyes. Everyone needs to wear an evil eye for protection. I layer myself with evil eyes. I think evil eyes are a must. I design a bunch of different ones. But yeah, so for me, I like to wear things. And I wear emeralds also because I'm also bringing in love.
This is our
Yes,
year.
very-
We both decided.
Good luck to both.
So we
Yes.
were in Capri this summer,
Yeah.
and I decided in Capri that I'm getting married there. So when I do meet the love
all
of my
invited.
life, that's where I'm going. Everybody's invited. And I think that you want to maybe get
Yes.
married there too.
Yeah.
I think what
We're
I
gonna have a
love,
double wedding.
you just she reminded me of something, because I am very, like, to those who love tattoos, I am not one of those, and I think that this is a great representation of, you could wear what means something. Like, most people will go out and, my father, they would go get a tattoo. She wrote it in beautiful, tastefully done jewelry that she could wear. I think that's amazing.
And diamonds amplify energy. It's an amplifier.
Wow.
And so it really makes me feel the presence
That's
of
amazing.
his love on the daily, all day long. So those things are important to me. And I like, some people don't even realize you can create those special things. And I love to talk to the people that I work with, get to know them. They become my friends. They become part of my soul family.
And people forget that, the energy comes from the stones, because
Yeah.
stones is from ancient history. All the energy has been absorbed in that, and when you're wearing it, you're radiating
And
that
it's
same
from the
energy.
earth.
Yep.
And even today, I don't put this one on that often, but I'm like, I've never done a podcast before, and I'm a little nervous, and I need a
You're
little,
doing amazing.
I need a little
You're doing
love,
amazing.
like this little blanket of rose quartz, a little hug, and my fur babies that aren't with me anymore are in here. So I'm like,
so
that's
sweet.
gonna help me.
It's very sweet.
So,
For our viewers, how can they reach you?
well, they can reach me by emailing me and reach out to me. And if anyone ever has any questions, I'm always happy. It's not a commitment to buy a piece of jewelry. If you want to reach out, hop on a Zoom call, I can tap into you, we can have a share, and I can give suggestions on what would help you. It's not a commitment that you have to buy a piece of jewelry. My email is agrossman@yahoo.com, and my website is AG Fine Jewelry or Andrea Grossman Fine Jewelry. And my Instagram's Andrea Grossman, but I'm sure they will share everything with
Yes,
you. But
in
I'm
the
always
shows.
happy because it's honestly my pleasure to help people and give someone a little nudge or suggestion of what might help. And they can try it or not and see for themselves.
Thank you, Andrea,
Thank
for
you.
joining us today. This was amazing.
Thank you for having me. It's fun. And
You're
I love
natural.
empowering.
You're
I
natural,
love
just like your
empowering
natural
my
jewelry.
girls.
Yes.
We're all out to support each other. And men also, by the way. Men would be surprised some of the things I put on the men. And then all of a sudden I see them wearing their piece. They're like, I would never wear this beaded situation. They're like, can't take it off. They're like holding their locket. It's like, it becomes like your emotional
them,
support.
yes.
So yeah, it's fun. But thank you. And this is like the greatest model. And she's saying that it really works for her. You can just see the love's beaming. So it's only a matter of time
Radiating.
until
I'm
he shows
radiating,
up.
but I haven't met him
But
yet.
it doesn't matter
But I
because
will.
you're radiating it, so he will
Yes.
show up when you least
Yes,
expect
I'm
it.
ready. If you like what you're hearing, then share it with your friends. And subscribe to help our community grow. We've got more ahead. Don't go anywhere. I couldn't survive without the help of my friends. But have you ever had a friend who turned on you and you had no idea why? My friend Erica is joining us now to talk about what happens when friendships turn shady. Those little moments where you sense some jealousy or an eye roll and wonder what's happening. Nancy, have you ever had a friend turn on you?
Oh, yes. One too many time.
We all have.
Erica?
Yeah, many times. And you don't realize when you're younger, you've got to keep your circle small. Have your quality people, people that you know you can trust. Sometimes when you bring in people that are new, you got to be very careful. Careful what you tell them, careful how much you bring them in, because I'd say 8 times out of 10, it's backfired on me at least.
What about the ex that you had and your friend? Was she your best friend at the time?
So when I was much younger, I was in a very long relationship, and I had a very good friend, okay, I guess you could call her my best friend at the time, that I spent the most amount of time with, who was with me all of the time. And I had friends that said, you know, from my hometown, that said, you have a very small circle of people and no one knows this girl. No one knew of her, and from that town, everybody knew of everyone. So I still ignored it.
That should be a red flag. That should be a red flag,
Yep.
yes.
But being younger, I didn't realize then what I realize now. And I brought her in, I brought her around me to everything. And when I actually ended the relationship, she swooped in, she got married to him, and she has 2 children with him now.
That's crazy.
Did you ever run into her?
No, because they live back in my hometown and I live here.
All right,
so
that's good. That's perfect. Good riddance.
Good riddance.
good luck to you.
That's a major stab in the back. What about you, Nancy? Anything?
Well, I had a friend that when you try to be so nice to them and you're giving, and they just just take advantage of you. And then when you want to cut them off, they gaslight you. Like, you're the one that's bad. You're the one that's not being a friend when they're the one that are takers. So you just got to just let them go.
They're leeches.
And I talked about this on a previous segment where I was in a foursome. So the 4 of us were friends since college, and 2 of us are still best friends, and we had to eliminate the other 2 because they were terrible to us. They treated us really bad, and they were constantly talking about us behind our backs, and even to our faces they were awful and just super jealous of us, and a lot of digs and eye rolls and gossiping behind us and backhanded compliments, and that's a really shady friend.
But that went on for years,
Yes.
right? Because it was like a process to kind of try to fade yourself away, and it took years in the making. And then even when you thought that you were just almost there to cut them off, they kind of come back in, and then you kind of get guilt tripped into accepting them again.
confused.
So it's like it's a vicious cycle.
The only reason I got away from this foursome was because I started working with a life coach who told me you must eliminate the toxic people from your life.
They'll zap the energy from
And not
you.
feel guilty about
Yes.
it, because that's what the thing is. That's what was the one thing when I eliminate certain friends in my life. I just feel guilty, and it's something you shouldn't feel guilty about, because it's your health that you have to worry about. If somebody doesn't give and it takes from you, then that's not worthy of your time.
So if they're not making deposits and they're just making withdrawals constantly,
Absolutely.
then they're not the right friend for you. And don't do what we did and keep the friendship for a long period of time. Just cut them.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
And they always say it takes a lot more energy to actually leave than to stay. So some people just stay, and
You'll be exhausted.
Yeah,
It's
it's too
exhaustion.
easy.
Life's exhausting enough. You want people around you that are good people, that are going to bring you up and be in your corner. If they prove that they're not, eliminate them.
And you should never have anxiety around a friend. If this person gives you anxiety, they're not the friend for you.
And that's the beauty of what I saw, that, as you get older, you start to have better boundaries, and you're okay with setting your boundaries and have your own voice and not be afraid to tell people no. And that was what I had a problem with when I was younger. I was such a people pleaser, and now I realize that you can't please everyone, and
yourself.
sometimes they're not even deserving. So learn to say no.
What do you think leads a good friend to actually turn on you?
Well, I don't know if it's turning on you. I think it's that you didn't know the person well enough to begin with. So I think it's a lack of really understanding their core values and their personality traits. So, it could end up being that they are a jealous person. It could be that they're a narcissistic person. It could be that they just, aren't, with...
Right. Sometimes it's not even their fault, because sometimes people, not by choice, but they have soft characters, and they need help, and they're not seeking the right help. So they're seeking it from you, which is free. So your friendship is somewhat like free therapy, right? So they're overusing the word friendship, and they become takers. So once you see that, it's like they become selfish, and you're not getting anything back from that friendship. You're actually just keep giving. So that's where they become toxic.
Or over time, they could just become very jealous. So in my situation, the four of us started on the same playing field.
Right.
We were in
And the
college
growth.
together. And we all grew in different directions. And two of the girls were completely jealous of myself and the other girl.
Right. And true friendship would, celebrate each other. Like we
Yes.
celebrate each other.
Right.
We should
They're
be
happy for each other.
But when they start being jealous, that goes back to their character. It means that they're just very insecure, they're selfish, and they're not good friends to begin with.
And the way to look at it is, are they a value add or are they going to be a liability? So now, that I've had experience over the years, I've seen this. It's happened to me in the past couple of years where somebody's been brought in, you think that they're good, and then you realize, they're going to be a liability for you.
I think it happens more with women because the men, they're very simple. All they want people to do, hey, you want to grab some beers, or
Or do
you
you
want
want
to
to
watch
play golf,
sports,
or
yes,
play tennis,
it's
or pickleball?
Right. Us, we rely on each other. We confide in each other. We're more emotionally tied to each other. So they are more vulnerable. We're more vulnerable to their deception and their abuse.
But in their deception, you also can see as an outsider people that are hangers-on that take advantage of them, and they don't do anything about it.
Right.
Right.
I'm
So
sure
they're
you
just
get a lot of
okay with
social
it.
climbers too, especially
That's
living
true.
in Miami. There's
There are
a lot of
social
social climbers here. So
you when you're living in a big city like that, you have to be very careful as well because there are so many,
Absolutely.
especially in Miami.
And you've no history sometimes on the person.
Right.
You don't know where they grew up. You don't know really who they are. You've seen all the movies where you have the crazy ones that, come into the picture and then they end up killing you later on.
Fatal attraction. So you still in general, have to keep trusting people and not cut off the entire world, but just look for red flags. Look for people that seem like they're jealous or who gaslight you or make you feel bad about yourself or always blame you for something in the friendship because they're deflecting about their own insecurities.
right. And nowadays you kind of know because right now when you get older, you realize what kind of vibration, who's your vibe. That's where
That's a
they get
good
it from.
word.
It's a vibration and vibing. You want to go on the higher vibration instead of ones that are Debbie Downers or like, oh, me.
Debbie
Yes. I have a lot of friends like that. They'll come to me and say, oh, it must be nice this, it must be nice that. Like, you don't know what we all have to go through to get where we are.
Right.
Instead of saying must be nice, maybe you may try. Maybe you may try to better your life. Maybe you could be tried like something different instead of just saying, oh, I want this, but go and get it,
Yeah, you have to go with your gut. If you feel like something's off, normally it is.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
And sometimes you ignore it and then you pay for it later.
Don't ignore the signs. So when you find your right group of friends, the friends that celebrate you, love you for who you are, they are always your cheerleader, hold on to those people because it's very rare to find a good person in your life that you can really trust.
And friends are amazing because you think about it, like we have sisters. And sisters, you're just not by choice, you're born into it. But your friends and your friendships, that's by choice. So you get to choose and choose wisely. And then when you choose that, it's almost like you're here for my life for a reason.
Yes.
And we celebrate it.
Yeah.
And I love you.
You have to feed your friendships and take care of your friendships the same way that you take care of your own
Right.
relationships with a man.
Well, I'm very happy
Absolutely.
and grateful for all my friends.
So am I.
And I think it's important, that we express our gratitude and that's open dialogue all the time. And the best part is going through ups and downs. That's the
Yes.
most important
Yeah,
thing
you're
is
always gonna have an
who's going to stick
argument.
around you when you're down.
Yeah, and you're
That's
always
true.
going to have an argument of some sort or a disagreement, but it's how you communicate and come out of it in the end.
Now it's time for Spill It, where my friend Vita and I answer your questions and nothing's off limits. Vita, I think this is a good one. Dear Sandra, my husband and I raised 3 great kids and the last one just left for college. The problem is that now I feel like our marriage is lacking something. We love each other, but it's now becoming clear how much we drifted apart. Any advice on how we can reconnect to start this new chapter?
Oh, I'm so glad she's asking for advice and not just throwing in the towel.
Yes.
Because I feel like so many people reach this empty nest phase, and then all of the sudden, you know, one person doesn't want to try, and it stinks because you put all this time into raising your kids and it's supposed to be your time, and then all of a sudden it's not.
Yeah, and there's so
right?
many options out there for you and your husband to reconnect. You can go to some sort of a marriage coach. You can go on a retreat with other couples.
Or, you know,
reconnect.
I know that some people don't want to do the therapy and the retreats and stuff like that. So I think an easy way to do that is just try to think back to what you guys connected on prior to having children. Like, say you guys are skiers, maybe you go skiing, or you guys used to work out together. Go work out, or maybe just go on a trip together.
Definitely start with a vacation.
Start with a vacation.
Yes.
Don't jump right into therapy.
But if it doesn't work and you feel like you need extra help, there's so many people out there that can help with reconnection.
I agree.
And there are these good retreats that couples can go on to reconnect if you go on the vacation and it doesn't work.
But first, I think start with just trying to date each other again.
And hold hands. And have your husband leave the house and pick you up like a proper date.
Yeah, go on a proper, I love that. Go on a proper date. I absolutely love that. Plan something special, not just going to like your random neighborhood place that you always go to. Come up with a plan and make it a point to prioritize each other. I know a lot of times over the years, your schedules start getting crazy and you're almost like ships passing in the night. So I think it's really important to make time for each other, especially if you feel like you've drifted apart. Make it a priority to schedule something once a week, or, you know, grab lunch together.
Date your husband again.
Yes, she put it.
And hold hands and
Nice.
go for walks.
That's the best way to phrase it. Date your husband again. I love that.
Thanks for spilling it with us, and keep those questions coming. We're here for you. That's it for this episode of Party's Over. We love sharing it with you. For more behind the scenes, beauty tips, and unfiltered real talk, follow me on Instagram at Sandra Lena Silverman. Until next time, stay radiant, stay ruthless, and remember, protecting your peace is always in style.